Hey everyone, before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you like my content, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and then join the Militia Man and Crew Patreon community by clicking the link in the caption. Hey, good evening everybody. This is Militia Man and Crew. Just wanted to say hello on Tuesday, January the 24th, and go over a few things that we have seen in the news the last couple of days. There's been quite a few things, to be honest with you. It might take me a couple of minutes, but we'll just try to keep it quick and fast. In the last few days, what we have seen is a quickening, if you will, for things to happen because of what the United States Federal Reserve has done by deleting the US dollar from the street effectively. And we've talked about that a bit, but that's an ongoing process that's not going to quit. We have the forecast is that sometime between now and the 29th of this month is that the ISX is going to go international on a platform to be able to trade effectively internationally with the region and likely the globe. And what that means to us is that the work that they've done since 2019 and maybe as far back as 2007, working with the NASDAQ, they're willing and not willing, but they've come a long way to get from 2019 to 2023 and be ready to launch this platform. Yeah, the ISX platform that has been in conjunction with the NASDAQ has created an environment where they're about ready to start a process of going public with electronic securities. The ISX effectively has an engine and a depository clearing aspect that's derived from the NASDAQ so that they can do these things. They can be in an international environment. The NASDAQ in and of itself has had a technological partnership with the ISX. And again, I come back to that it isn't anything fresh. This is something that began in 2007, but in earnest got more extended in 2019. And we're going to end up hopefully seeing that on or around the 29th of this month so that they can show that they're going to be able to take their securities from their country and show it off to the world. How is the ISX going to be shown off into the world? Well, we do believe and we do know that we've had a mix-up, shake-up with the Central Bank of Iraq, where that the central bank governor, Ghalib, has been fired, resigned, however you want to word it, and the Iraqi Trade Bank that was going to be working with the United States dollar he's been retired. So in the last few days, as of Monday, today's Tuesday, they replaced the central bank governor, Ghalib, with Alak, who was the late prime minister. He was the late central bank governor for many years, and he was promoted, went off to the AMF, Arab Monetary Fund, who owns the Buna platform, and so forth. But he's now back for a period of time to be able to facilitate things. The reason why I say this is that who's going to give the ability to keep this going and to allow the ISX to keep moving forward is, I believe, Alak. I think his name is Ali Moshan Ali Alak, and he has ultimate experience. He was the governor for the central bank for 6 years, I believe, and he has impeccable CVs where he was an expert in anti-money laundering, anti-terrorism, all the banking practices. He's well known in Great Britain, well known in the United States, and in the region for his talents. And so when he left his position, he was promoted to the AMF, so he would know about the digital electronic platform that is the Buna system. And What we know that everybody should know by now is that the United States Federal Reserve Bank has a new platform, it's an electronic platform, which stopped the dinar. So we understand that they're forcing effectively that Iraq needs to move on and to adjust their currency, and to do so, it will be reflected in their stock exchange. And it's kind of a twofold situation. Once they hit that stock exchange, not only will they be able to buy the stocks within themselves, their citizens will be able to support their communities, the world at large can also come in electronically and digitally through separate platforms, with those separate platforms that we've already discussed, will require the exchange rate change for the country to have an Article 8 compliant structure. That it's about the only thing left to do, is that once they have an exchange rate, they can expose this to the marketplace. And we believe that at this stage of the game is what the central bank governor, Ali Alak, has been brought back into the realm to do. We can go by and say, well, why was the central bank governor dismissed? Well, we could probably figure on it was probably corruption. He was talking to the Judiciary Committee and declined to talk, so ultimately that didn't look so good probably, and he was deposed, resigned, fired, if you will. And same went with the Iraqi Trade Bank, because those two banks, the central bank and the Iraqi Trade Bank, had a job to do, and they just didn't get the job done. And so at this stage of the game, we believe that Alak has come back into the stage, totally qualified, been a central bank governor before, and he has the experience with the new electronic platforms, probably exposed to the IS-Cutta system, the Buna system, of course, because that's his job, and now this new platform, which is the United States platform. They call it the SWIFT, but I think it's the ISO 2022, and that system is electronic and it has a purpose for it. And it's all about transparency, it's about regulation, it's about movement of money, movement of shares, and the depository is the location of the assets where they're located, and the legal aspect of it. All of those things are there and in place at this time, and we're hoping that we don't see a delay or anything. So for that said, please come into a Patreon community where Militiaman and crew are located, and when we have an audio that's with Pompey Peter, Petra, Day Trader, myself, and we go over all of this in detail. So we'd love to have you catch that extra stuff. So please join us. Look forward to it. Times are awesome. Thanks. God bless. Once again, guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you like this content. Subscribe to the channel or join us at the Militiaman and Crew Patreon community for even more exclusive content. You can also donate to this channel by hitting the links in the banner to help keep this page up and running. Your generous support is greatly appreciated, as always. Much, much appreciated. Thank you so much and have a great day.